Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, EJ? What is up, everybody? We are here for TDT Media to talk all things House of Dynamite. Now, normally my girl EJ is the one doing the introduction and all of those things that come along with it. But tonight, your girl Tika got the reins, and we're gonna have a little fun somewhat because this is like some whole military type stuff. So in the meantime, in between time, if you guys are new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share, spread the word. Let everyone know that EJ and Tika are here with TDT. EJ, your thoughts and welcome the people to the channel, first of all. And then what are your thoughts on this craziness of House of Dynamite? You muted.
Okay, like she said, welcome to the channel. We appreciate you guys coming through and all that good stuff. And yeah, House of Dynamite was wild. I was actually pretty mad at the ending. Like, I don't know why they did that. That sucked. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, it sucked really bad.
Yeah, I told you at the end, once we got to the end of it, you were gonna be like, what the hell? What the hell? Like, really? Did y'all really do us like that? But I guess maybe not. That'll leave suspense or leave room for another movie. Maybe. I'm hoping so. They need to do something, but we're gonna get into it, y'all. We're gonna let you guys know, we're just gonna talk a little bit about House of Dynamite. Now, EJ, for me, I ain't gonna lie, Idris Elba drew me to this movie. I can't lie. The military first. Wait, Idris Elba, and then the military aspect of this movie drew me to it. When you initially watched it, did you think, or when you saw the trailer, did you think, I could watch that, or was it like, nah, let me see if I want to get this a try?
Well, for me, it was first I saw Idris and I said, oh, I'm going to watch this because Idris in it. That was literally my first thing. And then after that, I saw that it was like trending number 1, number 2. And I was like, oh, okay, this might actually be good. Oh, go ahead and watch.
Right.
But it was literally Idris. But I do like stuff like this. Like I've always liked like White House Down. What was the other one? It was the other one. They had the one with Morgan Freeman. They had the one with Jamie Foxx. Like I've always loved any type of things that has to do with like the president and stuff like that, and stuff happening. So I was intrigued by that particular aspect of it because I felt like something was about to go down. I didn't even realize that Idris was going to be the president, though. See, that was I didn't know that part.
Right. We've had our share of our presidents, and they gave us another one. But we already know it's a lot of stuff. We got to get into it. Because we don't know who the actual president is until darn near the end of the movie, y'all. So let's just get into it. And thank you guys for tapping in. I see you guys on the channels. If you are, whoa, wait a minute. Why is it not showing on TDT, the channel that it's supposed to be showing on? Y'all pause. We hear y'all. We are here, but give me a second because it's saying that it's streaming on TDT. If you're on TDT, let us know. Let us know if you can see this. I do apologize, and if I need to get a new key for it. Okay, what it did was. Let us know if you can see this. I do. Literally, sorry. Okay, so we are on TDT now. I do apologize for the people. I don't know why it literally just popped up. The time was anyway. For the people that are just tuning in to TDT Media, we are here to talk about House of Dynamite. If you're new to the channel, just finding us, please stay along for the ride. And then at the end, let us know how you're feeling about the channel. If there's some things that Tika can do differently. If there's some content that you guys would love for us to recap, react to, or review. Okay. Now, with that being said, EJ and I both have a love for Idris, and this is what pretty much drew us to this particular movie. So we're gonna go ahead and get on into House of Dynamite. And like I said, if y'all are new, if you're not on YouTube, if you're not on TDT, come on over here to TDT. Show us some love, hit the subscribe button, por favor, and thank you. All right, let's get into it. All right, so Why did I make that scroll? No, I can't read that fast.
Girl.
Hold on, y'all. But okay, so the introduction or the description of House of Dynamite is as follows: when a single unattributed missile is launched at the United States, a race begins to determine who is responsible and how to respond. Now, listen, this is EJ, girl. What would you do if you are in charge of the country? Somebody is launching some missiles towards your country, pinpointing it's got one particular city at this point that is going to hit, and you don't know if it's pretend, like if somebody is scamming y'all, like you don't really know if they're what the threat really is. So for you, what would your reaction be? Because literally that's how it all played out in this movie, House of Dynamite.
Oh, I don't know how I would react because I feel like I would be all over the place. It depends on, okay, so who am I exactly? Am I at the very tip top? Or am I
president? You the number one. You at the number one spot.
Yeah. They don't want me to be president. I'll be like, you know what? I'll be done now. No, you got to think about all your training and like what the rules are, like what the protocol is. But as we can see with this, they didn't really have a real protocol when it all came down to it because they never thought that they would actually make it. Like they never thought things would ever get this far. And so I guess if it's me, all I can do is try to follow the protocols that are set for me. I mean, honestly, I feel like it takes very special people to be put in these type of positions because you got to have so much patience. You got to be calm. You got to be able to handle certain types of things. And I just don't know that your girl would be that person. Like I'd probably be all over the place. Like, you know what? I'll be like, whoever is second in command, you tap in, okay?
That part. Because it's like, it's like that what if situation. What if something happens to a family member? Will you be able to give them CPR? Like that's literally what this whole situation and scenario ends up being about. And we're introduced to the various different places where things can go down. But this one, it was like, this is the big image at the beginning. At the end of the Cold War, global powers reached the consensus that the world will be better off with fewer nuclear weapons. That era is now over. So they already telling us straight up, y'all, that we about to have to blast some nuclear situations. And we gonna go right there. And it's the wording is just inclination is flattening. Okay, we get it. But with that being said, we're introduced to several different people, and it's basically giving the point of view of what each person was doing during this whole, when all the calls came in, when the numbers were going up, when the DEFCON started changing. It was given all of the different perspectives. And this one particular captain, he is Major Daniel Gonzalez, and he's played by Anthony Ramos. I don't know if y'all saw him in, oh gosh, I said it already before. But anyway, he's been in a lot. He was on, Jesus, I can't get it together tonight with Anthony, but we just talked about it, EJ.
Yeah, I was trying to think of it.
Ironheart. He was in Ironheart. He was in Ironheart. And I know, he was in Ironheart. I'm sorry, y'all. But he was a lieutenant, or I'm sorry, a major general. But at the end of the day, it's everybody's perspective at this point. So he saw it from the time where the young sergeant was like, okay, we got this notification and there's a bomb on the way. Like, what are we supposed to do next? But in the midst of this also, there was just him. There was a moment where he was talking to somebody on the telephone and he was saying, well, don't worry about it. We'll get it. We'll take care of it. So it also shows the interaction of their personal lives. And then was there any thoughts as far as this whole scene where they get the notification that it's about to be a bomb coming through, and what do we do now? And we're gonna get to basically all the reaction rooms, all of the rooms that we had to be in. But the 49th Missile Defense, Fort Greely, Alaska, they were on edge. One soldier, one sergeant almost resulted to tears. And when one particular bomb couldn't detonate or couldn't hit the missile that was coming, he got sick. He got so sick. Gonzalez got so sick, he ended up running outside because it was like, what the heck am I about to do now? Like we're trying our best to do our job, but what can we do now?
Yeah.
So you have any thoughts, EJ, with that moment?
Girl, it was a lot going on in this particular one. The one thing that really stands out to me is the young lady who's really, really trying. Like she just feels like she's about to fall to pieces at this point, because I've never been in the military or anything like that, and I don't know what a high pressure situation like this calls for. I'm pretty sure this is exactly why I've never been in these situations, because I probably couldn't be in a high pressure situation like this, like that's like life or death type of thing, right? But I just felt for her. I was like, gosh, it's so nerve-wracking. Like, I can't imagine having to do that in real life and having to control your emotions and having to control all of these things and be able to read these codes out, and you have to hit the launch button, and you got to do all these things, and like you got to remember all the things that you're supposed to do. And yes, you're trained for all this, but man, to have it really happen, it's like, wow. So I just felt for everybody, because they're like the first line. Like, they were the people who were supposed to shoot the doggone missile. They were supposed to shoot it out the air. Anything beyond that, like I said, there was no protocol for it. So like, they were supposed to work. Like, it wasn't supposed to get past them.
Exactly. And then they were also speculating, like, is this real? Like, is it really real? But then they really didn't have a choice but to act as if it was a real type situation, because once we got to the White House Situation Room, they was like ready. Oh, they were ready to call it fake. They were ready to, call it everything except for, what it really was. And that was that it's some ish about to go down. So Captain Olivia Walker, who is right there in the middle, she was, okay, so her day started off early in the morning with her young baby, where the young baby boy who was a little sick, his dad had to end up taking him to the doctor. The last thing that she does is send a text message, basically let me know how everything went at the doctor. And then she has to put her phone in a secure spot, or this little box, before she actually walks into the actual White House Situation Room. And so the Situation Room is basically after the other room, they're like the second room that you literally have to go into, because they're monitoring everything that is going on. They're deciding whether or not to make calls. They're deciding, whether to, okay, go ahead and have them shoot it down. Like, that's their particular job. And so, I felt for them, because there was also, I think his name was Williams, the black guy right here, and he was planning to propose to his girlfriend today. Like, he was supposed to, today was going to be his big day. He was going to be planning to propose, and he had it all set up. He was going to stop by the store, get the ring. And now, y'all, because of the situation that they're in, I don't think he's going to be able to make it to the whole ring situation at all, to get the ring, to like, and who do you call in a time like this? But yeah, EJ, any moments, any thoughts? Because this ish was crazy to me. This moment right here was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking? Like, seriously, I was wondering, like, are they even able to call anyone? Like, because you don't want to put people on panic, especially when you don't know exactly like what's going to happen. So I was like, can they even call their families? Can they even like give them a warning? You know what I'm saying? Like, right. That's really what I was thinking about in this moment. I was like, oh, okay. And what I'm also mad about is I'm mad about the fact that we're just left with so many questions at the end of the day. But, if I'm just staying right here in the Situation Room, it was chaos. Another room I couldn't be in. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. You don't want me in the situation room at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, it is the situation. The situation room was hell. I would not want to be involved in that room as well. And then there's a moment where the MPs come and or Secret Service, and they come and they take specific people. Like wait a minute, why are you only taking these 2 or 3 people? Like I need to get on that bus, or wherever y'all are headed to, I need to go too. But that was just the way it was. Only a few people were literally selected to go over to the next destination, which was supposed to basically secure them from whatever was supposed to happen. So then we see at FEMA, like, okay, so all of the agencies are involved, and this is literally how they broke it down. So if y'all want to go and watch it and really see, they literally broke it down by rooms, by management companies or agencies. They literally broke it down literally just like this. And so we see this young lady, and she's pretty much in charge or second in charge of FEMA. She's gonna be one of those that gets to leave. But with that though, she was like, what the heck is going on? I just got this notification on my phone. Nobody is telling me or telling us what the heck is going on. So she ends up going over and she ends up speaking with Captain Walker. Olivia, she was mean to her. Like, she literally said 3 seconds of wording and hung up on her. But keep in mind, I think she was super short because they literally had 19 minutes, y'all. 19 minutes before this nuclear situation was going to drop on the town or the city or state, I should say, of Chicago. So yeah, any thoughts on the young lady that made it to the bus, but she was a part of the whole FEMA. And of course you get the little chick that's supposed to be her friend right there. Well, why did she get to go? She's only been in her job not even a whole month. Like, shady, but yeah.
Girl, that was so shady, and that's exactly what stood out to me. I didn't even know what her job was or what she was supposed to do. All I know is that her friend was like, why she get to go? And I'm just like, dang, like, really? Throw me under the bus? Like, so could you do whatever it is that I'm about to go do? Because clearly I received this position for a reason, especially if I've been here less time than you. That says something. So clearly you are not the person for the job, ma'am. But it also does show you that I guess sometimes in these high pressure situations, who your friends really are. And that's literally what stood out to me. And again, I'm mad because we don't even really get another glimpse of her until later, and we don't even know what her thing is. I'm just looking for House of Dynamite 2. If they just give me House of Dynamite 2, I'll be good. If they just do that, then I'll be like, oh, okay, all of this was a setup to this.
Right. There has to be, I'll say this, there has to be a number 2. That's all I can say. There's no way they can leave us the way that they did, because I have some questions at the end and I'm gonna hurry up and get to it. But we're in the press room. Not a whole lot really went down in the press room. Only this young lady right here stood out to me. Again, another person that Captain Olivia was mean to. Like, she told her, girl, next time you come in, are you new how long you been here? Next time you make your break or you have to make your breakfast, ask for a sandwich or a bowl of oatmeal. That's faster than that egg white omelet that she wanted, like, because she was holding up the line. So, that was the most memorable moment. Of course, we're going to have where Barrington's going to end up storming through there. But it's different point of views, y'all. When I tell you I don't know how many cameras they actually used to make this, but it was so many different point of views, because you're going to get to, when you watch, you'll get to hear everybody's perspective, everybody's point of view, what they heard, what they saw, and you'll be able to see it, once you watch the movie on Netflix. And then we're at the Stratcom, EJ. Stratcoms, straight up, nothing but the command center. That's the big command center where all the big wigs are supposed to be. I'm gonna blow this up just a little bit. I'm gonna just make it a little bit larger so you can kind of see all of the cameras. These are all of the I will call them dignitaries, but the lieutenants, the generals, the president is supposed to be on this screen. Like, this is their home. This is where they're supposed to be working from, on these different cameras in their prospective offices, trying to figure out what is the next move? What should we do? Any particular thoughts or of any of the moments where they were, the captain, the general, the secretary of defense, like they were all having these conversations. What the hell we gonna do? Like, what can we do at this point?
Girl, now I don't really have a whole lot, but here's the thing: oh boy, I don't remember what his title was, but he seemed to be like the person in charge. But I'm glad you're leading this because I don't understand none of this stuff you talking about. Like you're talking about it like you know it, which we do know that you know it. That's the whole point. But I was like, the what's happening? But I do get it, but I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like it's like all of these different things are happening. And I thought that was really nice how they did that, to see how everything cohesively worked together. And it's not smooth at all. Let me just say that everything is chaotic, but it's chaotic in all different areas and they're all supposed to be working together. But here he's like, look, we need to do what we need to do. And it's always that one person that always feel like, let's go to war, let's do it. Like let's hit them back, and he wasn't playing no games with them. I can't think of what's his name, this dude right here, but he played in something. Just can't think of what it was. But anyway, but I low-key liked dude. I liked him for saying what needed to be said.
Barrington?
Yeah, Barrington. So it was cool to see this part. So this is just like for all the top level people, right?
Yes. Okay. It's like strategic command. So basically they're there to strategize, to kind of put all the powers that be, to put their heads together to come up with an actual solution. So when we looked at the second room, we thought the second room was the room that was actually running it, but in actuality, the second room was taking their commands from the Stratcom. And so the Stratcom told the second room what to do, and then let me look at the slide real quick, y'all. I'm sorry, because I like to have the names together. The situation room. So the Stratcom was telling the situation room what to do, and the situation room was telling the Air Force Base or the 49th Missile Defense Battalion what to do. Basically, they were getting their instructions from. So as they say, it rolls downhill. That's basically what it was doing. And so that was another thing, because he was like, man, they're gonna blame us. They're gonna put us on what they call it. They're gonna basically put us on time out for not knocking these bombs down. But what can you really do? And is there really something out there? Like, they don't even really know that it's out there, but they know that the 1 and the 2 missiles that they shot at this alleged target missed 2 times. There was negative impact. So I was like, oh dang. Like the second time, I just knew they were going to hit it. Did you have faith in them, EJ? Did you know they were just going to hit that? Or was it like
I knew they weren't going to hit it. I was like, because where are we finna go with this if they don't hit it? So we got to be going somewhere. Like something is going to hit. But honestly, let me just be real. What I really thought was about to happen was like, most of these movies go, like we were about to see a bunch of chaos, like it was going to hit Chicago. Somebody was going to be trying to go save a family member or something. Like, I just thought that it was about to be something totally different than what it was. I mean, I appreciate the buildup as to what's happening when these things happen. But when I think of a movie called House of Dynamite, I thought that we were about to be on the ground. Like, I was like, expected it to happen at the very beginning, right? Like I expected it to go boom. And then we was about to be trying to, I don't know. I just thought something different. I don't know what I thought, but regardless, it was still a good watch all the way up until the end.
Yeah, you thought we were about to be living in an apocalypse. This is the post-apocalypse. I'll say that. This is what happens before the ish goes down. This is what happens in the rooms that we, the civilians, don't know happened in the room. So I think this is what they were doing, trying to give us a perspective or a view as to how it goes down. Like, this is what happens in the situation room. This is what happens in the press room. This is what happens. And, I was like, damn, can we get some, at least hit it a little bit, tap the edge of it or something. But, I had hope because I saw my army people up in there and, I was like, they can do it. But in actuality, it wasn't meant to, it wasn't set up that way, EJ. So just so the people the people that don't know, there are different DEFCON levels. And of course, I'll just want to tell y'all real quick. DEFCON 5 is we are at war. DEFCON 4, there's a military awaiting deployment. DEFCON 3, military are on standby. DEFCON 2, military on guard. DEFCON 1, military just be cautious. DEFCON 0, no threat whatsoever. So for those of you that didn't know, because you're going to see throughout this entire movie, the different DEFCON levels end up changing. You'll see that in the entire movie, the different levels of DEFCON. And so we have this big old target, y'all, and I'm going to pull it up just a little. We see the target, and they finally tell us that this target is literally headed for Chicago. Now, why out of all states in the world, or cities in the world, they could choose Chicago, EJ? What you think they got against Chicago? I'm just asking.
I don't know what they had against Chicago, but I was just here for Angel Reese because y'all know I love Angel Reese. And then I was gone. So when they was going to DEFCON 1, I was like, so I was thinking DEFCON 1 was like a high level. So DEFCON 1 is still at the bottom.
See what they did though, and that could be what you consider a faux pas, or they F that part up. But in reality, it's actually the lower the DEFCON level, the lesser the threat. But it gets higher in reality, and people will see it. And there's actually a website where you can actually check out the DEFCON level today. Like you could go and see what the DEFCON level is. Matter of fact, I think we're at a 3 right now in the United States. So just FYI for some people who might want to know. But this movie, I can't call it boring. It was just like you literally had to watch it in full to kind of catch a lot of the things that were going on, because there were so many bits and pieces that were moving. They even took us to a grenade or a launcher, a rocket that was under the water to, say that we think that the Russian rocket or the Russian missile is missing. Like at first we had an eye on it, and now we can't seem to find that thing. So, they took us to different environments, and I actually liked that part when they did that. But also they give us a view into 2 of the pilots. How did you feel when you saw one of the pilots who's he bought a gift for his son or his child at home? And, because the guy was saying every time you come back from something, you always bring him something. Did you have any thoughts, or did you feel, a certain way when EJ, I felt bad for him, because to be deployed and be away from your kids is, you got to kind of look at the perspective of leaving your family, being gone for a long time, your family you love so much. And then it's months before you actually get back to them, and you want to bring them something back, because you kind of showing them, you can't show them physically while you're there that you love them. Like you can't be hugging them every single day, but you could bring them back something to represent, hey, I love you, I missed you, sort of type thing. And that's what the pilot was doing. So EJ didn't have no feelings.
I really did. I didn't even think about it that much. I was so caught up in the rest of it, just trying to figure it out, that I didn't even zone in on him. Yes, I mean, I get it, but I didn't focus on him is the whole thing. Like, I was like, oh, the toy done fell. Oh, this baby finna go. Like, I was just like, that's what I thought about when the toy failed. I was like, oh, he about to go. Like, I'm thinking about the guy is gonna go because the toy fell. And I feel like, because I really thought we were about to go. Girl, you know what I thought. I thought.
I thought we was going up to the king. Soon as we was going to see the king. But then we finally get to meet the president, y'all. And the president is portrayed by the one and only Idris Elba. All this time we've heard his voice. All we've heard was his voice. And in actuality, in the beginning, you really couldn't even tell that it was his voice until a little bit later on. He, they show his face and everything, but he's definitely doing presidential things. But with that, y'all, he is like, what should I do? Because now I'm in a situation, and in the midst of him doing before all of this chaos happens, he still has to do the community service. He goes to where there's a basketball game. Shout out to Angel Reese, who has a moment in this movie. Shout out to her. Shout out to the little kids. But he goes and he shoots a little basketball. It was giving President Obama. I'm just saying, the way he was walking through and the way he was, going, shaking them off with the basketball thing. It was giving that type of, feel good type of president. But then there's also this situation book that's supposed to tell him exactly what he's supposed to do. But he has to kind of figure out, okay, what does this code mean? Okay, that means what? Okay, and there's this guy who's with him, and I need y'all to pay attention because this guy was giving me, I can't trust him. Yeah, he's his assistant, he's his lieutenant, but it was given, I just can't trust him. So, any thoughts on the President Idris? Because they didn't give him a name; they just called him POTUS. Any particular thoughts on him and his scene, as well as him? We also got to see that he has a wife who is off in Africa, and he tells her, hey, if they about to drop a bomb on us, we are at war. So any thoughts, EJ?
Okay, that probably was like, ma'am, you can't be saying it out loud. You're not supposed to repeat what he's saying. That's literally what I was saying as she was saying it. I was like, ma'am, no, that's not what you're supposed to do. But no, I mean, I did think that there was something up with this again, and I'm gonna say it 11 times to the people at the House of Dynamite. Hear me and hear me good. I thought that something was about to happen because I was like, oh, this guy is a traitor most likely, or there's something off with him. Like, I'm looking for the bad guy and we can't find the bad guy because we don't see the bad guy in this. Like, so like, there's no way to really, like, you can't have no real emotions because you don't have nobody to be angry at because you don't know who you're angry at. You're just going through the motions of how we better get a House of Dynamite too. Because if there's a part 2, then all of this is good. It's fine.
Right. Yeah, this and the guy that EJ is talking about, y'all, this is him right here. He's like supposed to be the Lieutenant Colonel Reed to the president, and he's supposed to be his advisor. He's supposed to tell him all of the things that he should be doing. But he's looking suspect because when he goes over to the White House, to the president's office outside in the little reception area, he looking nervous. He looking like he's sweating. He got a bag that he has slid up under. I'm like, well, do you have dynamite in the bag? Because that was giving dynamite for me. Like, what the heck is going on? And yeah, and he's also supposed to be leaving because we hear him tell that to the other agent during the basketball game that, his time is almost pretty much up. He's supposed to be leaving. But the whole time, y'all, he looking sketchy. He looking sweaty. He looking like he is up to no good. And I don't know if we could trust this man. EJ, any final thoughts on this guy who just looks sketchy? He's supposed to be working with the POTUS, but he's just giving sketchy all day long for me.
Girl, the world will never know if we're supposed to trust him or not. We just won't know because I swear he was doing. So I said, what is he doing with that bag? Is he about to blow up the thing? Like, I'm thinking that there's this bigger sinister plan, like something is about to happen to the White House. We're about to see. I was like, because I was waiting on Idris all that time. And I was like, we're about to see, because I'm thinking like I said, I'm thinking like the Morgan Freeman, Jamie Foxx one. I'm like, we're about to see Idris do all these things. Like, is he the bad guy? Is he who he working for? Why he shifting that bag? Like, I'm thinking all of these things, and did nothing happen with the doggone bag.
He was looking real sketchy, EJ. He was looking real sketchy. Y'all, this is a movie that really is not going to take us that long to talk about because, again, everything was the different point of views were seen multiple ways. And you can hear kind of some of the conversations that were happening in the other point of view. So I don't know any other way to kind of explain it, EJ, but there was also this moment right here. Let me go back. This moment right here where this guy, he finds out his daughter is in Chicago. That's where the bomb is actually going to hit. And it's going to literally wiped out over close to 10 million people in Chicago, and his daughter is there in Chicago. And before we wrap it up, though, y'all, make sure y'all are over here on TDT, Talk That Talk Media. Please, please, and please, if you can, head over to Talk That Talk Media. We absolutely appreciate you. And if you do, while you're here, check in, say I'm here, or replay game. Check in. I'm here, replay game, TDT Squad. Let us know that you have been here to check out this recap and many other recap and reviews that we have given you guys so far. And with that, y'all, EJ, you notice, you remember what he did, right? After he found out that his daughter was in the middle of the bomb, the situation in Chicago, this dude goes and walk off a freaking ledge. And I'm like, what the hell? So he giving me guilty.
Girl, I just didn't understand none of this. I was like, so you're not even gonna tell your daughter? Like, we did all of this just not to tell. Like, you were trying to send a plane there, you were trying to do all these things, and then, girl, I just can't.
Yeah, daughter she didn't want to talk to daddy right now. You can wait. Now you're gonna have to, well, you ain't gonna be able to talk to him because he done jumped his ass off a ledge. Literally. Like, I don't understand I understand that there's a possibility that his daughter could be taken out, but you giving me guilty. Like, you and the assistant to the POTUS, both of y'all giving me guilt. Like, y'all have done something y'all had no business doing, y'all. So
something ain't right with them.
Yeah, it was a lot going on, y'all. But wrapping it up, it is a house filled with dynamite. We see there's a moment. Let me see if I skip that slide. There's a moment where they end up going to Raven Rock Mountain Complex. Now, damn it, if there's a Raven Rocks Mountain Complex in the world for real, I need y'all to let me know where that thing is so I can go in one of them bunkers just in case some ish hit the floor. And this one is supposed to be in Pennsylvania. So basically, when the ish hits the fans, y'all, there is a bunker where people can go during a nuclear war. Only select people are basically selected to go to the Rocky Mountain Complex, to the Raven Rock Mountain Complex. EJ, like, what we got to do to put in our tickets so if something go down, we can be secure. Us and our families can be secured. Like, what do we have to do?
Girl, that's what I was just about to ask you. How you get on this exclusive list? How you get on this list? What you got to do to get up on this list? Because it's given. I don't even know if you can pay to get in this list right here. It's given. Right. It might not even be that type of party.
Right. It's definitely given all the dignitaries of the federal systems are going to be allowed to go to this place so far, because if you notice, they took the chick from FEMA, they took one of the people from the Situation Room, they took one of the people from the other room, like they took one or two people from out of these different rooms and they placed them. So that was pretty much the end, y'all. They have made their way to Raven Rock Mountain Complex, and is giving, if you, spoiler alert, is giving that they actually dropped the bomb on Chicago. Like, there was no time to do anything. They didn't even have time to really put out a real alert so that they can run and go to the next state over. Nothing. There was no time. They literally had 19 minutes to make a decision, and the decisions that they were making literally failed 2 or 3 times. And now I'll say this, speaking on the president, he did what he thought he was supposed to do, because now that someone has attacked them, now he has to start attacking everybody else, because in actuality, he doesn't really know who attacked them. So now at this point, nobody's going to get away with it. Like, everybody is suspect to, whether it's Russia, North Korea, China, Pakistan, like some of the enemies of the United States are on that list. North Korea on that list to be taken up out of there. So yeah. Final thought, EJ, on this entire moment.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what happened at the end because I don't know if they dropped that bomb or not. But I'm assuming that they did. That's what I'm assuming happened. I'm also mad at them for bringing us back to the because when we finally get to Idris, girl, why we finally get to Idris and now we got to relive every aspect of every situation, all the rooms that we done already been in. Now we get it in one full swoop. I'm like, I don't want that. I want the action. I need to know, did they drop the bomb or not? Okay, is Angel safe? People, come on now. That's what I need to know.
Right.
Okay, because they was going straight to Chicago. Like the way they took him up out of there, though, I ain't gonna lie. I looked at that about 3 or 4 times. I was like, this is wild. Like the way that it's from the moment when they get the call and they're like, we got to get him, and then I would have been scared if I was up in there. I was like, I'm take me with him wherever he's going. I need to go because I know that some stuff is going down. But I feel like people weren't as panicked as I thought they would be. Like if I had saw something like that, girl, I would know that it is time to go. I don't know where, but it is time to go.
Right. And see, that's the thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say overall though, this was actually pretty decent until we got to the ending, just because I feel like they duped me a little bit with this one. But I was actually pretty intrigued until I just realized that nothing was going to happen. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say that, but I was in it until then. As it started getting like, I was like, hold on, we mid movie, ain't nothing happened just yet. So, but other than that, I guess it was interesting to kind of see how it all played out and how we got here, but just the unknown of never knowing what actually happened and if anybody got out or if it was more than Chicago, if it was only Chicago, if it was other, like just not knowing. And then for the one character to go that far, like you're supposed to be if I'm not mistaken, I feel like he was the Secretary of State, which means that at some point this is the man that would have been in charge if X, Y, because I think it goes in an order. If this person is gone, this person is gone, then he in that list saying like that. Right. So therefore, I thought that was wild that we would have somebody who would just be like, screw it all. Like, I don't even want to be here no more. And I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like you take this oath to serve your country and all of these things. And when you take this type of office, you know what I'm saying? Like you're giving this is what you're supposed to do. But he was just like, bump it. And then you didn't even warn your child. Like, girl, it was just a lot. It's like, wait a minute, this is a lot. But other than that, yeah. If you like stuff like this, and I definitely say go ahead and give it a watch. It was number 2 because I think everybody like me thought that they was about to get, what they thought they was about to get. But other than that, I would still say give it a try. I'm not going to say it was just horrible. I'm going to say that it was disappointing because it wasn't horrible. It was just disappointing to get to where we got and didn't get what we thought we were going to get. So there's that. But other than that, those are my overall thoughts.
Yeah, and let's see. As far as for me, because I am that military and I kind of understand some of the pieces, some of the moving pieces, that I understood what was going on in the movie. And then I just like perspective movies or point of view movies. I like it when they can show me what's happening over here. Again, like you said, EJ, the ending was disappointing because, baby, I need to know whether or not this thing actually went kaboom. I need to know how many lives have been affected. I'm sitting there looking at my map like, okay, if Chicago is here and it can take out close to 10 million people, how much further or farther can this little missile, how much farther can it spread out, and how many other cities and then states can be affected by it? So that's what I was looking for. Now, are they planning to do a part 2 or a second movie, to follow up House of Dynamite? I don't know, but I really like EJ. I would like for them to do that, give us the aftermath. Like, we need to see what's going on in Chicago. There was literally no notice. So the people in Chicago, probably all they heard were like the whistle. They did like that was literally it. And then they were also saying that sometimes they don't even detonate. But who wants to take their chance? Even if I gotta give me a 5 minutes notice, I will do a million trying to get across what is close to Chicago. I know Kentucky is over there, Detroit, like all them places. I will haul tail some kind of way to one of those other cities. Iowa, Ohio. I know Ohio is close enough. Listen, baby, I would ride out. At the end of the day, I would ride out. But there was no notification. I feel for the people in Chicago. Why they picking on y'all, I don't know. But maybe we'll get to see, like you said, a part 2 of House of Dynamite. With that being said, though, y'all, we do have 1 or 2. Let's see, we had like 2 comments. And we appreciate y'all for the engagement. One comment was the most hardest movie about America being hit by nukes is the 1983 The Day After. And I feel like I have seen that before, but because I'm that age. Okay, so The Day After has an intense buildup of the threat of missiles being launched to the panic of the public. Okay, so in this one, the public is made aware of what's basically going on. So the public on hearing the news reports and people being skeletonized during the missile impact. Oh, wow. So you get to see flesh and things falling off and all the things. Okay. So I'm here for that. Maybe we'll do a watch. Maybe we'll, first watch or rewatch, whatever the case may be. But again, thank you guys so much for your engagement. Hey there, Lemon Pepper Kush. Thank you for tapping in. If you're not on the TDT channel, we would love and appreciate for you guys to come on over to Talk That Talk. Be a part of the TDT squad. EJ, any final thoughts on just the channel? We are live. This is the second live. I think StreamYard did what it needed to do for us tonight. So any particular thoughts? Yeah.
Girl, okay, that part.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to say thank you guys for rocking with us. We just started this new channel and we are trying to figure it out. We're trying to figure out where we're going with it. I think we are we have a lot of stuff on the channel right now, and then we have a lot of things that are going to be coming up on the channel. As a matter of fact, we're going to be going live probably in the next hour or so to talk about the Talamasca. So if you are someone who watches the Talamasca, then definitely please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We're going to be talking about the Talamasca for the rest of the season. We're also talking about Married at First Sight. So we got a little bit of reality in there as well. We won't be doing a whole lot of that, but we do have a little bit of it sprinkled in. Definitely our reactions. We have our reactions going on. We'll have our Welcome to Dairy reactions up real soon before the end of the week, y'all. So definitely check those out. And we, of course, have reviews, and we are moving towards a more live format for a lot of our reviews. So just come hang out with us. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. And just starting out, y'all, this has been fun. Working with my girl EJ. She has many ideas, great ideas, and I'm just gonna fall right on in line because the ideas really, really work. And we just thank y'all for giving us your time tonight. And we will definitely, we don't have that famous intro that y'all are used to, or that famous outro that you guys are used to just yet. But just stay locked in, because I'm pretty sure you will hear a EJ presentation. Okay, y'all already know what to do. Y'all already know what to do. But anyway, y'all, we up out of here. I might have a little song, a little music I could play just to say bye. It's so no. But,
go ahead.
But yeah, girl, we out. Thank y'all. Hey, I'm still on the screen. But we out, y'all. Thank y'all. Have a good night.
Still saying